Michigan Motorsports! Hoorah!
Hey everyone, welcome to West Michigan Motorsports. This is part 2 of the 350X project that we got going on, and we have a really tight crunch time to get this done. We have about 2 weeks left until tip-up town. The temps are looking really cold, which is really good for some ice buildup up there at the lake. So crossing our fingers to hopefully get some good ice up there to use it and use all the other machines as well. So currently the frame is off at the powder coater, getting all prettied up. Cannot wait to see the ending product of that. It's gonna look sweet when it's done. And then got about a week to put it back together. I think I can get it done within a few days, we'll see. But in the meantime, since it's off at getting powder coated, we have a few other things we have to do. For example, rebuilding the front forks, clean up some parts, studding some rear tires to go on the ice. In other news too, our buddy Daniel from Southern Off-Road, he used the original AT ski and he loves it. Very happy that he's enjoying it. Up next with the projects, Kyle from Old School Hondas. I actually got some merch from him. Thank you, Kyle. And he is next for AT ski kit, so we're gonna make a kit for him. And then I actually have another customer that wants a ski as well. So getting a little bit of business out of that. So, but main priority right now is the 350X. So like I said, we're gonna do a few things like that. We're gonna get our bikes ready for tip-up towns to get all the tires swapped and the studded tires back on for it. And yeah, it's gonna be a busy next couple weeks. So we're gonna start by going and get the rear tires from the barn, bring them in here, checking them over, see how they're gonna look. I got some studs ordered through Amazon. I went with the cold cutters. I know it's a little bit high in the price, but we'll see how they do. Andrew likes them on his pit bike, so we'll see how they work on the 350. All right, brought some stuff in from the other barn. We got the studded tires for my pit bike. No, the 450 is not gonna be making it up. I don't know if Gino's 250 is either, we'll see. But I did bring in, these are the wheels and tires that came on the 350 when I first got it. These are the Woolly Booger tires, is what people know. They've been around for a while. I think it's got enough tread on there to put some 3/8 studs in there. We'll see. All right, so would you be quiet? What are you doing over there?
Fixing the stove.
That doesn't look like a stove. Anyways, so the forks are rebuilt and all ready to go. And my gosh, look at those. They look so much better. Got the Honda OEM fork boots on there with the Honda seals, fork seals, some new fluid. They are ready to go. Well, guess what? We got snow in Michigan, finally. And the temperatures are looking good for tip-up town. It is Saturday, January 13th. We have about 6 days to get ready. I'll show the progress in a second of what I got going on or what we got going on in the barn. But right now, going into the other barn to grab all the 350X parts. And the frame's not gonna be done till Monday, a couple days from now. It's gonna be very big crunch time to get this thing done, very big. But that's why I'm bringing the parts in the barn. I'm gonna start to organize things, clean things up, and get it ready. So once I get that frame, it's go time. But yeah, shout out to Kim Dwyer, or Kimmy D, for these awesome beanies. Got some for the boys as well, and they love them. Thank you. All right, so we're back in the barn, and we got all the parts laid out on the tables. Getting ready to put together. I'll show you guys what we have here. It's kind of a mess right now with all the parts, but if you guys will see the video that's gonna get posted before this, there's the forks all rebuilt and ready to go. Got everything else back here ready to go for when the frame gets back. And we got the gas tank and other parts there as well. A little sneak peek before the tip-up town video, but I got my pit bike all studded up, ready to go for the ice. Make sure to check out that video when it comes out as well. Should be soon. And I got the rear tires, the Woolly Boogers, all studded up. And so I think that is it for now. All the parts are ready to go. I don't know if I showed you guys. The swing arm is painted as well, and it turned out awesome. And then I know it's rattle can, but that's the closest color you can get to Honda Cloud Silver, and it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the turnout of it. So I got all the parts laid out, ready to go, and it's just a matter of, wait a minute. What's that? Can it be? Well, look at that. Holy shit! Just like that, there's the frame, all powder coated up. And oh my gosh, it looks freaking amazing. I'm at a loss for words. This thing turned out so good. I can't thank my powder coat guy Pete enough for the job that him and his son did. They got this done within a few hours today, no joke. So today is Monday, and we have 4 days until Tip Up Town. He had to order the red powder for the frame, and he just got it in the mail today, and they got it done within a few hours. And I went and picked everything up, and I'm just amazed. They did a job well done. And so we got the rear grab bar there. We got the front sprocket guard there that I got from Jeff when I got the 350X. That's gonna look so much better. We got the motor mounts, the bracket for the rear taillight, and the frame. Oh my gosh. Man, I can't believe it. You know, it's like the gussets make it look like almost factory. And another thing too that I figured out after the fact, Noah Olson was suggested from my buddy Preston at this old Trike to look at his kit. When I went on searching for kits, I just found the eBay kit, and that's from Vintage Powersport Surplus. Well, Noah Olson actually owns Vintage Powersport Surplus, and he reached out to me, so that's my kit and everything, and I thanked him and everything, so can't thank you enough. So if you guys need a really good gusset kit, the dimples make the gussets a lot more stronger rather than just no dimples in it. And just the look of it, you know, it's not just like a big huge plate or anything like that that's in there and makes it look like Honda would do it. And so I can't thank Noah enough for the good quality of the gusset kits. You know, huge shout out. If you guys need any parts, go to his eBay website, Vintage Powersport Surplus. Then another huge shout out, if anyone's in the West Michigan area or Michigan or wherever, if you guys need some stuff powder coated, hit up Pete Amato's Custom Powder Coating. He's the one that did all these parts right here, and I am amazed. It turned out so good. He also works on snowmobiles as well. He mainly deals with like Yamaha snowmobiles, so if you guys need some snowmobile work, hit him up. He's located in the Grand Rapids area of Michigan. Anyways, I got a lot of work ahead of myself. I got 4 days left until Tip Up Town. I gotta get this thing put back together, so we're gonna get to work. All right, status update, and it's starting to look like a Trike again. And these painted parts, I am really glad that I painted the swing arm, because this thing looks like a whole new machine now. Like, holy wow. Except for the motor, I didn't paint the motor. Should have. It'll be a project for another time. I did notice that this gusset does get in the way of this shock reservoir. The reservoir is supposed to be twisted up a little bit. As you can see, it's sitting on the gusset there. I think that'll work because it's supposed to sit out a little bit anyways, but it's mounted and good to go on there. I think what's next is we're gonna fit that motor inside because in order to put everything else, we're gonna have to have the motor inside there. So I'm gonna start prepping the frame, like taping things off so I don't scratch it up, and we're gonna slap that sucker in there. Okay, well that went pretty smooth to what I thought it was gonna be, but the motor is mounted in the frame. We got all the nice looking motor mount plates there. Now I'm trying to think of what next to do on this. And there could be a lot of things. Now that the motor's in, I can do things around the motor, like the foot pegs. I can do the rear foot brake assembly and everything and put that all onto the swing arm again. But I think I'll wait until I get the rear axle and the carrier and everything back in. What's next is we're gonna do the steering bearings and start to get the triple tree on the front. Front end is on. I'm calling it a night. So I got quite a bit of work done. More than what I thought. It's looking damn good. Those new fork boots and the forks are all cleaned up and everything, and just, I am getting excited for this to be done. I cannot wait. All right, so we got a little bit more work done on it. Didn't realize how many little parts there are when you take it all apart. But here's what we got. So I just got the handlebars mounted up there for now. Just to kind of get the parts out of the way. So what else? Carburetor's back on, that 400EX carburetor built by 223 Cycles. We have the breather tube for the air box for the intake. Wiring harness is all back on. We got the oil cooler lines, the clutch cables hooked back up, Kickstarter, reservoirs back on. I gotta take some of the paint off these mounting points for the brake mechanism as well as the foot peg. We got the model tag on there. Blue line decals, hit them up for all your decals that you need for your vintage motorsports. That is, it's getting somewhere. Still got a lot of work left to do. As you can see, rear end, airbox. It's now Tuesday. We got a few more days left to get this done. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm gonna say this now in this video. We are not gonna be able to unveil the AAT ski on this 350 for Tip Up Town.
Ah, horse shit!
I know. Reason one, I don't have enough time to make a ski right now. Reason two, they are calling for not a lot of snow on the ice. With the ski setup, it's not the greatest on the ice. I'll say that. The ski is more or less better in the snow. If I put a carbide on there, I don't know how it's going to do. I haven't tested it out. I'm not going to be able to test it. Like I said, I don't have time to make the ski right now. We're just going to run the front tire, put some studs in it, and it's going to be a ripper on the ice. There's the high winds up there. The snow's kind of moving around the ice. But we're looking to be a great time. But I would like to get this all put together for you guys and unveiled with the regular tires on it. And continue on, we'll do some more work in the next couple days, so stay tuned. All right, look at that. Starting to look like a 350X again. Just gotta love those dual headlights. Such a good looking machine. And we are getting somewhere. It is Thursday. We got 24 hours until we gotta leave, pretty much. Maybe like 22 hours until we gotta leave for Tip Up Town. I'll get it done tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna get done. Just continuing on getting everything on it. Since the last time we got the old cool guard on there, I ended up repainting that, making it look a lot better. Let's see, the handlebars are all good to go. Throttle cable's hooked up, clutch cable, headlights, front fender. The foot pegs are back on. Whole brake system's ready to go. It's all except for onto the rear end. The airbox is on. I'll point this out too. So if anyone ends up doing a gusset kit, so you're gonna have this gusset on the back end here, you got to make sure when you put the airbox on, before you put the intake boots onto the carb into the intake tube here, you got to take the airbox and slide it in between these two plates, because I have it all the way hooked up to the carb and everything, and I can't push it in anymore. So sadly, I'm gonna have to take it and pick it up and slide it in between there so I can bolt it onto the frame there. All right, we're in the home stretch. I got quite a bit of work done today. It's looking damn good. Here we go. Mostly every part is installed except for the tank, wheels obviously, and the seat. So if you've seen through the time lapse, we got the rear end all back in. We got Jeff, the previous owner of this, got this front sprocket guard for as well, and got a power coat by Pete. The exhaust is all back on, just need to clean it up a little bit. Airbox is all back in. Power color rear grab bar, the tail light, and the toolbox. Get some oil back in the motor, start it up, and it's ready for tip up down, and it's done. I'm at a loss of words. I don't know even what to say, but wow. I can't believe how good that turned out. I can't believe I got it done. It's late at night on Thursday. It's ready for Tip Up Town. I just had to do a few things to it for the trip, but it's done. And yeah, I can't believe it. Right off the bat, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone, all the support and help with this project. Shout out to Pete Amato, my power coat guy. Shout out to Bruce Solomon, Blue Line Graphics. All of our sponsors, Curdy, 223 Cycles. Can't thank everyone enough. This 350X turned out beyond what I expected. It's awesome. Let's get a good look around of it. We'll start with the front. We rebuilt the forks with Honda seals and Honda fork boots. Of course, we took the frame down, and shout out to Vintage Powersport Surplus, Noah Olson, for the gusset kit on the frame. And the frame just looks absolutely so much better. The gussets look amazing on it. The new frame tag up there, as well as I put some new correct decals on these Meyer fenders from Bruce at Blue Line Graphics. As well as I got the side ones, but I also got the rear one as well. Because if you guys know, The stock 350X rear fenders have the black fender trim that goes across here. Bruce has these black decals that go on there to make it look like the fender trim, and makes it look so much better. As well as a couple little finishing touches to it. We went back to the stock OEM shifter. We have that front sprocket guard made by Jeff, the previous owner. And basically just did some routine maintenance to it and cleaned it all up. Rear end is all greased up and ready to go. Like I stated in the video before, we put that new ATC skid plate on it. OEM toolbox on it as well. And we did chain sprockets at one point. There's another thing that we did to this. I'm trying to think what we did. Oh, wait a minute. Does that tank look cleaner, less dented? Well, here's the news to everyone. It for sure is. If you guys seen back on Wednesday, January 17th, I did the Quad Talk Live with Matt from Garage MC. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of good content. And he does this live segment where he just interviews people through a two-way live stream through YouTube. I got the chance to be interviewed on that. And Matt, thanks again for having me on there. It was a blast. He's done a couple other guys so far. He's done Preston from This Old Trike. He's done MRC builds as well. And I was featured on it on Wednesday. And if anyone was there watching it, I gave a little sneak peek of what the 350X was looking like. And I said, once the video comes out, there's going to be a surprise. That gas tank is the surprise. So the 350 has a new gas tank on it. So if you guys, I'll show you the old gas tank as a kind of a comparison. So here's the tank that was on my 350X. As you can see, has some pretty large dents on it. It's got some of that knee rash, and the paint is worn off on the side. There also is a dent on the side right here. Knee rash on that side, as well as on the bottom side. There is some rust starting to happen. A couple spots there as well, like on the seams. And the only really good part about this tank is that the inside is very clean. I've been wanting to put a new tank on the 350X, and I pulled the trigger and got this one. You know, I can have this tank sent out. It's going to cost a lot to get it all restored. I could keep it, but over time, you know, especially by the seams, like here's a good size spot. Once it starts rusting by the seams, it's going to start leaking, and it's going to have to require either body work done to it or a tank liner. And tank liners are a good go-to to fix the insides, but it sucks to do, and it's just a messy process. So I will be parting ways with this tank. So keep an eye out on all the social media pages, on Facebook and whatnot. This tank will be for sale soon. And we'll kind of go over the new tank here. I ended up getting, so before I actually ran Meyer tank scoops on this one, but I found a couple OEM tank scoops on here. Now, they are known for getting cracks, so I did a plastic weld clip behind here on both sides. They're very flimsy, as well as they have the issue where if you crank it too hard, they can rub on there. And because they're so flimsy and whatnot, I like the stock look of those scoops. We'll see how they do. If they break, I got the Meyer ones to put on it. This tank is not pristine perfect. It has been repainted, not a great paint job. There is some paint runs going on. Kind of hard to see maybe, but there is some paint runs, and it doesn't have like a good clear coat on it. I did put some new decals from Bruce from Blue Line Graphics on here. This is what the decals are supposed to look like. In case if no one knew, these are like the newer style, retro style Honda wings from 1985. Whereas the 350X ones, the Honda lettering is red. And actually, believe it or not, if you look at it, the red, white, and blue kind of goes vertical. And this one's like horizontal. You know, we put warning decals in the tank as well. Makes the tank look a lot better. There's a couple spots where the paint is coming off on the sides. There was some decals on it that looked like those. And I tried to heat them up as best I could and try to get them off, but the adhesive was just holding those stickers on too good and paint started coming off. So come this spring or summer, we'll give it a nice coat of paint. But underneath it, there's no rust at all. But besides that, it is a really nice tank, and it makes the 350X look a lot better, in my opinion. But that wraps it up for this project video. We're heading up tomorrow afternoon. Some of the guys are already heading up there and up there as of right now. So we're going to be getting the studded tires on the rear. Like I said earlier in this video, I'm not running an AT ski for this trip. I don't have enough time to make a ski, obviously. So we're just going to run the front tire on there, put a few studs in there just to get some traction on the ice. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see how this thing does. Like I said, I can't thank everyone enough for all the help and support with this project. Again, thank you for watching this. Make sure to check out all our other videos. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, 223 Cycles, Southern Off-Road on Instagram, Old School Hondas on Instagram, and as well as oldschoolhondas.com. Get all the merchandise you need. As you can see, I got the hat right here. And as well as Blue Line Graphics. You guys need any reproduction decals like you see on this tank right here? You want to make your 350X look like original, no OEM? Blue Line Graphics, bluelinedecals.com. Hit them up. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you later.